This girl was just disturbing a passerby on the phone, and it cost her life. The boy pleaded with her to be quiet, but the girl didn't give a damn. The girl didn't know his pencil was pointed at her, and so it was. When the police arrived on the scene, the girl was lying still in her chair. But what was strange to the police, the girl was staring at a rose. In order to verify his suspicions, Mike pulled out the rose. He was shocked by what was inside. It turned out that the girl's tongue was hidden inside, but this is the fourth murder in a row, though the 4 murders were unrelated. But Mike, with his experience, that the killer is the same person. Each of the murders had a similar modus operandi. The first murder was a middle-aged man. He died of 80 stab wounds. Even the knife was bent. The strange thing is, there were no fingerprints at the scene, but there was a suicide note in the house. The note was written in his wife's voice, but after investigation, the deceased didn't have a wife or children. He was a bachelor for 50 years. Before the police could figure out the situation, the second murder occurred suddenly. A dancer was killed in the early hours of the morning. But what everyone didn't expect was, the murderer's tool was a wooden stick. The cause of death was blood loss, but before the police could react, the third murder occurred again. This time, the victim was a lone shark. He was attacked in the head by the murderer. What's more surprising is that, at the crime scene, the police found a severed genital organ. After scrutinizing the 4 cases, Mike guessed that the murderer was the same person, but there's still a question. Why was the killer targeting a different gender? A voice suddenly came on the radio. It was a radio play with multiple characters. It instantly caught Mike's attention. Maybe the killer had a split personality. Once we know for sure, it all makes sense. Mike rushed to tell his superiors about his suspicions. When he heard that, he instantly remembered. Yesterday, he checked a man who was very suspicious, because he had been taking psychotropic drugs, and the man also said, he wants to help the police to eliminate the villains. In order to find out if he is the murderer, Mike quickly took out his toy gun, and went out to follow the man. However, Mike had just followed him to the market. He came across a man who suddenly went crazy.